All right, LEDs. We're gonna do basically all of them. I'll walk you through how I did them, where I placed them, as well as show you, I guess, how I ran it, or what I feel to be the optimal route. I'm sure there's plenty of people who can do this better than I can. This is just my approach to it. I'll leave a link down below for all of the LEDs, the connectors, the switches, and all of that stuff down there as well. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to comment. There'll also be a link somewhere closer to the end of the video for more playlists for the Scion mods, I guess, that I'm doing. It'll either be up here or up here. So again, thank you guys for watching, and let's get to the show. So a quick little tutorial on tinning up your LEDs or soldering the wire leads on. Here is the other LED style that I have. And these ones are going to be for the window as well, but this one, because it's not actually waterproof, it's just going to be inside the vehicle, so I'm not too worried about it. But basically you just use a little razor blade and you cut down through that plastic, that rubber, down to the leads, and just make sure that they're all cleaned off. If that will focus, that'd be amazing. And then they're marked positive and negative. You can see positive on the left, negative on the right. There we go. And then how I have this set up is, these aren't tinned yet, but I will tin these up. And then I tin up the pads as well. And then I'll attach them. It just makes it easier to actually sit better when you actually do it. So I'll tin these up and we'll get back to it. All right, I've got these tinned up now. Just make sure that with these you're going in and out. You're in and out. You're not holding the soldering iron on there for very long because they are really thin pads and they can burn off. I mean, it's not super crucial because you do have an extra set on the other end. But if you mess these up and you mess the other ones up, then you have to cut a whole new strip and it's annoying. But just pre-tin everything and it'll help everything go together a little smoother. You can see that that one's pre-tinned. Pre-tin that one as well. And then what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll hold the wire on the top of the pad and then heat the wire up on top like a little sandwich, and it'll actually just heat the bottom solder up and it'll press it on there nice. So I'll cut back to that and you can take a look at that too, and then we'll get on to the LEDs. Okay, so I've got the leads on, secure. What I'll do now is use a little bit of hot glue, obviously. Not much, just enough to smother those, and then I'll use a piece of heat shrink over the top just to hold everything together to make sure that it stays nice and tight. So that's pretty much how I do it. I hope that helps out, and let's get back to the LEDs. It's always really good too to check your connections, obviously, before you run everything out to your car and find out that they aren't working. So what I have here is just a LiPo battery for one of my drones, because I'm a nerd. And then we'll just test with the positive and the negative. Obviously you want to make sure they go in the right places. They're color coded, so let's see if these work. Negative, positive. Ooh, them's bright. All right, we're good to go. Okay, so to remove the grill, you've got to pop in here. It's a bigger push pin like this one right here. And then you've got a 10mm here, another pop right there, a bigger one, another 10mm bolt, and another pop in. And then it kind of just pops out all at once. Clips on the bottom, and those slide in down here. So it slides in like this, and then rotates up to lock it in. So yeah, let's get to the LED work. Okay, so the LEDs, I have these wired up to a switch, right? That's what my plan is gonna be. But basically, I have it just above this little lip where the actual insert for the grill goes, and those notches underneath it. So I just obviously wipe this down with alcohol prep pad, 3M tape on the back side of these. This jump to this one actually has the main wires running behind the horn up through here, which I'm gonna see if I can clean that up a bit or move them down under here probably. So, and then it comes all the way over, gets routed to this one, which the same thing here. And then underneath the frame piece here, and then up, that's obviously ground, positive. It'll go to a switch wire, which I'll run through the firewall here, and then they connect there. That's how I have that one ran. I've got more to do in the back, and I haven't decided if I want to do the doors yet or not, so stay tuned. Okay, so as you saw, I have the top end. That's how I have it ran right there with the grill off. The bottom one, you don't have to take off the splash guard if you don't want. It's gonna help you get in there. I just use my plastic pry tool, and you can see these little clips right here that hold in the bumper. So I just went in right next to those, and you flex the bumper down, and it'll pull out of the bottom of the clips for the grill, the lower grill. And then you just it pushes in toward the radiator, and then you slide it a little bit, and then you angle it out to be able to pull that out without having to take all that off. It's probably gonna be easier and quicker if you just do it that way. But that's just how I did it. So that's how I pretty much have it ran so far. I'm about to connect these up here to the top LEDs, and then run it into a switch. So let's get back to it. Just a quick little but to show you how this actually goes in. Basically, I wedged it back in, and then it pulls forward onto these clips, and then there's a bigger clip here. Let me see if I can back it up. Just like that. It goes on there, and then you pull the whole grill forward, and it'll snap in place. So that's how you do that. All right. Update, here we go. So I have all the wires ran up to here, which are the power and ground for the LEDs for the whole front grill. And I'm gonna have them on a switch, which runs into the car through the grommet. Let's see if I can get you guys to see that. All right, it's right. Let's see if you guys can see this. Right there. I guess that's the main harness one. Not sure, I just know that it's a little nipple that pokes off the end, and you just cut it. Just cut that little nipple off, and it runs right inside, and I'll show you where it comes out at. All right, so they come out of, see if you can see it, right there. Whoops, right there. And then I just have them coming across up to this plate, which is off currently, but that's where all my switches are actually going to end up going, which I already have 2 of them done, which look like this. I left room for one more, just in case I wanted to add another one, but they are lighted, 3-prong. And so basically how it works is you've got ground. The middle one is the accessory, which that's for the actual LED power to come in. And then this is power to your battery. So power out, ground, and then power to the LEDs, whatever other accessory or add-on that you're actually trying to do. And then each one of the LEDs have their own ground. So let's get back to it. Okay, update on some of the progress. I've got the back ran. So I've got that LED strip there, and then I hid the actual wires underneath the brake light. Whoops. And then that one, a little bit showing, but they run up through the actual grommet here under the headliner, and then down the pillar, and then they all connect under where the spare tire is, and they all run forward. As far as the doors, I decided to switch it up because I didn't want to have to go through the trouble of taking the door off to get to the grommet back there. So I ran them on the inside here, like that. Whoops, like that. A little bit dizzy, sorry about that, guys. All right, I've got just the passenger front door left to do, and then I'll connect it all up. I'll show you the switches and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have everything ran. Basically, how I have this set up is the right switch is for everything inside. So closest to me, it just made sense to me. So this is inside. This is everything for outside. So basically how you have this ran is you have the power wire on the right hand side, if this will focus for you. And then another power on the opposite side. I have both of those teed off and going to the battery. The grounds, I have grounded up front as well to the chassis. And then the accessories, so you have your power for the inside LEDs is that middle red one. And then the power for the outside LEDs is the middle left one. And then obviously all those LEDs are grounded on their own as well. But basically just to show you that they actually work, when you flip it on, the LED comes on. Ooh, that's bright. And then let's take a look on the inside for you. All the way back. So it's not too bad. I did notice, for whatever reason, that one of my grill LEDs went out on the bottom. That one right there. So I'm gonna take my lower grill off again and double check that, because I have a feeling the connection came loose where the soldering joint was. So I'm gonna double check it. I have spare LEDs pretty much everywhere. But yeah, let's light all the LEDs up and I'll show you what it all looks like in the dark. Okay, so as promised, the night shot. This is bright, way brighter than I thought. So let's take a look. We'll go up here first. So this is with all the LEDs on. So I've got the light on, the engine bay and the floorboards. I've got the grill on. Never mind that little guy right there. I'll be fixing him soon. We'll move to the inside. That is bright. That's like insanely bright. I'm really liking it quite a bit. So got the floor on down there. And then you got these. And then it goes all the way back. It's not too bad, guys. I really do like it. Let's see if I can get the hatch open in here. And I'll show you from back here too. So when you open it, it really shines everywhere. Because like I said, I've got these up here. That strip is only half working. Don't know why that is. So I've got to figure that out too. But like I said, I've got more. Everything's wired, so now it's just plug and play. I've got those guys in all the way to the front. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. And thanks for watching again.